Hello, my love. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Natalie Hughes. I'm a life mindset and manifestation coach, and in my business and on my platform, I help professional women to co-create emotionally fulfilled and purpose-driven lives for themselves. In today's video, we are fulfilling that by doing some tarot readings and getting some messages from your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit team that are going to help you level up in your career. Next level income, next level respect, next level recognition. There are 3 pictures on the screen. Go ahead and pick the one or each that call out to you the most. And with that being said, timestamps are in the description box down below. I will see you at your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. As we start getting tapped into the energy of messages you need to hear surrounding your career, I wanted to let you know that I have a free toolkit for you. It is called the Free Resource Library. There's over 12 journals, meditations, courses, EFT tapping scripts, and videos inside of it. It's a really, really amazing mindset and manifestation resource for you. If you want to check that out, you can get instant access to it by clicking the link in the description box. And with that said, let's get into your messages. So the first thing that we have out is the Lovers. And we have the 8 of Cups. So right now with the 4 of Swords. So right now what's coming through, number 1 is you're having your into the unknown moment, okay? That's 8 of Cups energy. 8 of Cups is the song Into the Unknown from Frozen. If you don't know it, I'm going to give you the summary. Basically, the main character is hearing this song, this sound, and she's saying, I can hear you calling out to me, but I won't go there. She's like, I'm satisfied here. Everything that I know is here. This is my comfort zone. I am not going to go there. But as the song progresses, she basically goes from, I'm not going to follow you, I'm not going to listen to this random voice, into, you know, there's a part of me that loves to go into the unknown. There's a part of me that loves to connect with the things that I feel called to on a soul level. So the 8 of Cups card is always going to embody that energy for me, because the 8 of Cups in the traditional tarot, there's 8 cups lined up, and it's like you kind of have everything except there's one thing missing. There's one cup missing. So there's a little level of dissatisfaction that a lot of people might not understand, because people might be looking at you, they might be looking at your career, they might be looking at the amount of success you've created for yourself, and they might be thinking, this is good. Why do you want more? Why do you want to level up? But just because it's good doesn't necessarily mean that it's good enough for you on a soul level. Talking about your fulfillment, talking about your satisfaction. So you're going into the unknown. The 8 of Cups is a card of listening to your intuition, because you're going into the darkness. You're moving towards the moon. I'm talking from the traditional deck. In this deck that we have here, this 8 of Cups has her walking towards a sunrise. Okay, the previous 8 cups are being like submerged in water. They're sinking to the bottom. It's like some sort of like banishing ritual or spell has been done. There's a release that has happened. Okay, you guys might have been experiencing a lot of crying, a lot of releasing, a lot of shifting of old stories, old experiences, things on an ancestral level, things on a generational level, or just previous negative experiences that you had in your career or in schooling, you know, while you were growing up, in terms of like the education system. and things like that. So there's a healing and there's a release that you've been going through, pile number one, and now you're walking towards the sunlight. And we started this off by talking about that into the unknown energy, because one of the biggest messages that's coming through for you right now is that what's going to help you reach your next level in career is having that courage, feeling the fear, feeling the uncertainty, feeling the self-doubt, and being willing to do it anyway. Because what they're saying is that you have incredible gifts to give to the world. You have incredible talents to give to the world, but you listen to your thoughts that say that you're not good enough. And it's like something that I tell my clients all of the time. The limiting belief is not the problem. The negative fear, the negative reaction being triggered is not the problem. It's how we respond to it that determines whether or not we succeed. We can think the thought, I'm not good enough, I can't do this. And those thoughts in and of themselves don't mean anything. But when we think the thought, I can't do this, when we think the thought, I'm not good enough for this, when we think the thought, people don't want what I have to offer, and then we give up, and then we stop showing up, when we believe that thought, when we just accept that thought as the truth, and we allow ourselves to be discouraged, and we play small, and we hide our gifts as a consequence of that, then that's when it becomes a problem. So the message that's coming through for you, pile number one, is that you are being called into the unknown. You are being called to level up, and this is not the time to play small. This is not the time to listen to those thoughts that say you can't do it, or to listen to those thoughts that say it's not possible, or to listen to those thoughts that say it's not happening, because it's just an old story. So another thing that's coming through that you have to remember is that you have an old reptilian brain. And what that means is that our beautiful brains have evolved over, a long period of time. But basically, there's one part of our brain, and it's called the reptilian part of our brain, because reptiles and their brains, it's like a majority, that's what a majority of their brains are. Reptiles' brains are not focused on pleasure and creativity and enjoyment in the way that our brains have evolved to be more complex. Reptiles' brains are focused on survival. Reptiles' brains are focused on basically like fight, flight, freeze, all of that good stuff. So you've got this old reptilian brain, or this caveman part of your brain, I like to call it, that is focused on wanting to keep you safe. And back in the day, when we were cave people or cave beings, whatever, we had to stay in our comfort zone, because if we left our comfort zone, we might actually die. A woolly mammoth could come, a rival gang, a rival tribe of people could come. There could be unforeseen dangers. We don't know what's going to happen when we leave this cave. So we're going to stay in the cave. We're going to stay where it's comfortable. Pile number one, the message coming through for you right now is you really just need to understand and acknowledge that those fears coming up for you, it's just that old reptilian brain. That's it. Don't make it mean a big thing. Don't take it and blow it up. Don't take it and make it go, oh my God, why is this happening? Why does this thought keep coming up for me? Why is everything so hard? Why does everything feel so difficult? I just want to give up. It's the worst thing in the world. Like, you don't have to make it any bigger than it needs to be. Oh, that's an old story. Oh, that's just my brain being a little bit silly. Thank you, brain, for trying to keep me safe. Thank you, brain, for trying to make sure that I am safe and secure. Thank you. I appreciate that. I understand that my brain has evolved to believe that the only way to have safety and security is to be someplace where I'm comfortable. I get that. I understand that. I'm grateful to my brain for wanting to keep me safe in this way. And I also acknowledge that it's safe for me to grow. It's safe for me to reach my next level. It's safe for me to expand. It's safe for me to level up. And that's your message. Because we have the Lovers, we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Four of Swords. You are being called to level up. You are being called to your next level. And it's like you have to stop looking at your dream as if it's this big, humongous, larger than life thing. Oh my God, it's everything that I've ever wanted. And it would just be so huge if I was able to accomplish this thing. It's like you're making mountains out of molehills emotionally for yourself and mentally for yourself, where basically what it just needs to be is your destiny. What it just needs to be is something that's an inevitable part of your life. I was always meant to make $10,000 more a month in my business. I was always meant to have $50,000 coming in consistently. I was always meant to have dozens of women purchasing my products and my courses and my services. I was always meant to have hundreds of women seeking me out. I was always meant to be recognized on this level. I was always meant to be seen. I was always meant to be known. I was made to grow and expand in my career. I was made to grow and expand into this level of abundance. I was always made to be financially safe and secure. I was always made to be powerfully, wonderfully, and adequately compensated for my gifts, my talents, and my skills. I was always meant to be valued in the world, right? There's a difference between, oh my God, this is such a huge thing, and can I do this? And will I be able to accomplish this? And this is so huge, versus this is my destiny. This is what I was made for. This is what I was always created to do. This is an inevitable part of my life. This is an inevitable part of my journey. This is just my next right step. Your next level of success and recognition is just your next right step. And stop looking at it like, oh my God, but this is the biggest leap that I've ever taken in my life. It's not that big of a leap. So in your own internal work, in your own mindset work, your own journal work, you want to start poking holes in that story. Why is it not that big of a deal? Why is it not that big of a stretch? Why is it not that big of a jump? Because it's really not. Taking it and making it small again. This is your next normal right step. It is your destiny. You are walking into the unknown and you are safe because you have intuition. That 8 of Cups energy, you're moving towards the moon, with the moon underneath the moonlight, when things are not as illuminated as they are when we're underneath the sunlight. If we can't see with our eyes, then we must rely on our extrasensory abilities. So we're relying on our intuition. We're relying on what we feel. We're relying on what we sense. We're relying on our own internal guidance system. We're relying on our own intuition. And that's what you're doing right now, pal number 1. You're relying on your own intuition. You're relying on your own internal guidance system. You can trust yourself. It is safe to grow. Okay. Another thing you want to do, you want to pull out your journal and tap into the energy of, I'm on the other side. I got the next level recognition, and it's safer than I ever could have imagined. I feel safer than I ever could have imagined. I feel more relaxed in my muscles than I ever could have imagined. Start imagining yourself on the other side and feeling safe on the other side, and that's going to help you. It's going to help your body to understand, oh, it is safe for us to grow. It is safe for us to receive, and that's going to help you manifest this next level of career success, pal number 1. And that's all that I have for you today, my love. If this resonated with you, give me some yellow emojis or like sunflowers in the comment section. If you want to give me more insight, tell me what's alive within you. You know that I love to hear from you guys, and I try to respond back to as many comments as I can. So please, please, please talk to me in the comment section. Also, I'm offering personal readings, and I have a sale on coaching packages with me right now. It's been a minute since I really have offered coaching to the public and talked about it directly. So I highly suggest going in and booking your first session with me. Everything from my coaching to my courses, mini courses, meditations, and everything else in between is all linked in that description box down below. So I suggest you go click the links that call out to you, and I'll talk to you in the next video. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like and to share and to subscribe. Okay. All right, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. I'm super excited to get tapped into your energy. We're looking at how can you level up in your career. We're getting messages from your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, and your spirit team. And as we're tapping into this energy, I just want to let you know that I have a free resource library where you can get meditations, EFT tapping videos, and scripts. You can get workbooks and journals that are made to help you with your mindset around career, around money, around relationships. I love the free resource library. I know the women of this community love the free resource library. So I highly suggest that you check it out. If you want to get instant access to all of those goodies, just click that link in the description box. And with that being said, let's get into your reading. So, pile number 2. What does pile number 2 need to hear about their career, their next level in their career? I feel like we're talking about an energy that you need to get tapped into. Okay, we have the 10th house. We have Libra. And then we have Taurus. Good, this is a very Venusian energy. Venus is an incredibly planet. Venus blesses wherever it is in the natal chart. So we have 10th house, we have Libra, we have Taurus, and we have the 8th house. Okay. What does pile number 2 need to hear in their career? So this is Seven of Swords. Okay. So what's coming through and what I feel is that your ancestors really want to help and support you in your career. Because when I think of the 8th house energy, I automatically think about ancestors. And then we got the 10 of Pentacles, which is like family. And then we got the Hierophant, which is like spirituality, spiritual connection, spiritual beliefs, being connected to a higher power. And then we got the 7 of Swords, which is connected to that in a way as well, but we don't have time for me to explain that. So the point is, the message that's coming through for you, pile number 2, is that I feel like right now you're having a life experience where your ancestors are being very deliberate, open, and honest with you about who is trustworthy and who is not trustworthy. I feel like right now you're being guided to make relationships and even to create distance from people or to end relationships with people who do not mean you well. Because when we have the 7 of Swords card, this can be a card of jealousy and envy. You could have even experienced that jealousy and envy within your own family. And when we have Libra and we have Taurus, we have Venusian energy, we have beautiful energy, right? Venus is this incredibly beautiful energy where we can't really look away. When we think about Venus energy, we think about a painting, we think about going to a museum. What do we do with art? We want to look at it, we want to stare at it, we want to study it, we want to consume it. And so in your career, they're saying you're ready for next level recognition, but the reason why you've been holding yourself back from that next level of recognition is because of jealousy and because of envy. You know know that there are people around you, or you know that there have been people around you in the past that have not been truly happy for you, that have not wanted to truly see you succeed, and they're saying, hold on, let us explain this in a different way, because it's not always that people are being bad, evil, terrible people and they want to take you down. That's not really even what I'm getting at all here. It's just that when you have relationships and connections with people who are not connected to themselves on a soul level, when you have relationships and connections with people who are not connected to the truth of who they really are, and then you are connected to that truth and you are succeeding and you are shining, they feel jealous, they feel insecure, they feel upset, and they can project those things onto you instead of dealing with their own insecurities, instead of dealing with their own pains, instead of dealing with their own fears. They can project that onto you and say things to you to make you feel not good enough, or they don't support you as fully, they don't cheer you on, they don't celebrate with you when you get good news. And you might take that personally, you might take that to mean that it's not safe for you to succeed, but that's not true. Your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors most strongly are coming through saying it's time for you to be very deliberate with the people that you allow in your life, very deliberate with the people that you allow in your circle, because we have Libra energy, which is relationships. Libra on the cusp of your 10th house. The way that you're going to grow and expand in your career is through your relationships, is through word of mouth, people knowing you, somebody having a conversation with you and being like, oh, I know a friend of a friend of a friend who was just talking about that, and I can totally connect you guys, and I can totally, it's like LinkedIn. Okay, the energy of Libra is like is LinkedIn social media? Whatever the fuck it is. It's like the energy of LinkedIn, the energy of forming connections with people, the energy of finding people through word of mouth and knowing other people. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but that's the energy that's coming through, where it's like the connections that are in your life right now, they're not serving your fullest and highest potential. They're not helping you to level up. They're not helping you to grow and expand. If they're not challenging you to be the best that you can be, if they're not inspiring you to be the best that you can be, then they need to be let go of at this time. Or it doesn't mean that you have to go and cut everybody off, but creating distance and creating space so that you can allow in closer friendships and closer relationships with people who are actually living their dream, with people who are actually connecting with you in terms of your own personal values. As you continue to grow and expand in your career, there's different requirements, there's different standards for the types of people that you want to hang out with, the types of people that you want to connect with. The example that comes to mind is like, when you're in school, a lot of your friendships are not really based in anything other than, oh, we have class together, we're in the same grade, we've been going to the same school since kindergarten, we are in the same extracurricular together, and that's why we're friends. It's like you build friendships and connections with people who are taking the same courses as you in college, but those people are not necessarily people who resonate with you on a soul level. They just keep talking about convenience. A lot of your previous relationships and connections have been rooted in convenience. This is just the person who's here. This is the person who wants to be my friend, so I'm going to let them be my friend. This is the person who wants to connect with me, so I'm going to let them connect with me. And it's like everybody does not need to be able to have access to you in that way, because what's going to help you powerfully level up in your career is your connections, is your relationships. And it's not that you're going to build connections and relationships with people just to get ahead, but with the energy of Taurus, we're talking about your values. You want to connect with people who share the same core values as you. Core values of being ambitious, core values of the way that they move in the world, whatever your core values are, you want to deliberately seek out or deliberately expect people who are aligned with you in that way to come into your world. That's the message that's coming through from your guides, angels, and ancestors at this time, because you've been holding yourself back out of fear of what other people are going to say or how other people are going to respond. You don't want to just keep getting good news after good news after good news, because then they're going to make a negative comment. Or if you keep on winning, they're going to feel bad about themselves because they're not winning, because they're not growing, because they're not expanding. It's like, if you don't feel that you can walk into that space and be 110% of who you are, if you don't feel that you can walk into that space and really shine and radiate your light, then that's not a space that you need to be in at this time. Because they're saying you need to step into next level self-confidence and next level self-trust and next level pride in who you are and what you have to offer, stepping into your personal power with this energy of like the 8th house. That's like Scorpio energy, Plutonic energy. People with 8th house placements, people with Scorpio energy, there's an intensity there where like people can kind of feel very extreme. People can feel extreme towards Scorpio placements, 8th house placements, where they either really, really, really like that person, they're obsessed with that person, or they really, really hate that person. It's an energy that is incredibly triggering. And so the message that's coming through is that it's okay for you to be polarizing. Pile number 2, what you need to understand is that yes, your presence and your personal power is going to be polarizing. There are people who are going to see you shining in your power and they're going to be triggered. They're not going to like it. They're not going to like you. That's none of your business. That's their responsibility. That's for them to figure out. That's for them to focus on. But what you have to understand is that you still need to shine anyway, because you still have work to do, period. And so you need to deliberately cultivate an environment internally and externally with friends and coworkers and family and whatever, who are also living out their dreams, who are also moving towards their destiny. You need to deliberately cultivate these healthy relationships with people so that you still feel safe and you still feel seen and you still feel uplifted and you still feel heard, even when other people are responding negatively to you. Because you are beautiful. You have that Venusian energy. You have that attractive energy. People do want to talk to you more because you're beautiful. People do want to look at you more because you're beautiful. People do want to connect with you more because you're beautiful. People do want to connect with you more because you're more aesthetically pleasing. Oh, well, other people can become better looking. I don't know. And I don't really care either. And it's not your responsibility to care either. It's not your responsibility to play small or to look worse or to not be at your own personal best just to make somebody else feel better about themselves. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve that person. And it also doesn't serve your mission. Every moment that you're triggering them, you are inspiring them. And what they do with that inspiration, if they decide to heal, great. If they don't decide to heal, that's on them. But you're not doing anybody a favor, especially not yourself, especially not your community that you've come here to serve, by playing small and dimming your light. Okay, pile number 2. So if this resonated with you, can you give me some green emojis in the comments section? Let me know that you're claiming this message. Let me know that it was helpful to you. If you want to give me any more insights into how this resonates, what's been going on for you, I would love to hear it. You know that I do my best to respond and like every single comment. Sometimes YouTube doesn't show me every single comment, so if I don't at least like it, then it's very likely that I just didn't see it. YouTube just didn't tell me about the comments. And as you're getting out of here, I'm currently doing a sale for personal coaching and I'm offering tarot readings again. So if you want to work with me in closer proximity, you can absolutely do so by clicking the link in the description box. And I also have different courses and workbooks and offers in the free resource library. So I just suggest looking at the links in the bio, clicking the ones that stand out the most to you, and purchasing what feels good. Okay, I love you so, so much. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe on your way out of here if you have not done so already. I will talk to you in the next reading. All right, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading where we're getting messages from your spirit guides, your angels, and your ancestors made to help you level up and step into next level recognition and income in your career. So, as we're tapping into this energy, I gotta get a different deck. As I'm grabbing that, I want to let you know about the free resource library. There's over 12 mindset and manifestation tools inside of it. It's really amazing. There's workbooks and journals and meditations, and I just would highly recommend it. Like, I've been using the 6 steps from stuck to self-aware journal the past couple of days, and that has just been so transformative for me. So you can click the link in the description box and get instant access to that if you would like. Okay. Now, pile number 3, messages from the angels, guides, ancestors. We have inner trust. Trusting and connecting with your own inner being on a deeper level. Your journey doesn't look like everybody else's journey, and this is like true overall and in general for like all of us as human beings, right? But your journey really does not look like other people's journey. You are going to experience like leaps. I'm hearing like quantum leaps in your income, leaps in your recognition, leaps in the rewards. Okay. The song Overnight Celebrity, you might want to go and listen to that. You might want to go turn that song on and just allow visions to come to your mind as you breathe deeply or as you dance around your room. Do what feels good to you and do whatever your body needs to do to express that energy and to tap into that energy. But that's what I'm getting. I'm getting an overnight celebrity, and it's going to come from an inner trust. Okay, we have what do you feel at the bottom of the deck here. Something that you have struggled with is referring to other people, looking to outside sources. What do they say I should do? What do they say I should say? What do they say I should, what move should I make right now based on the path that somebody else has taken, based on what somebody else has done? But you're not here to live a life that somebody else has lived before. You're not here to walk a journey that somebody else has walked. You're not here to walk on any sort of beaten path. And so as you are making this way, I wanted to say making a way out of no way, as you are making this way and forging this new path and really being a leader, you've got to rely on self. You've got to rely on intuition. You've got to rely on your own inner being. You guys could have also chosen pile number 1 because this message is similar to what came through for them. We have softly, softly, the tender touch, and then we have spirals of manifestation. Exactly. Spirals of manifestation is the card where your dreams and your desires are much closer than they appear. You could be manifesting, journaling, visualizing, doing all of the things, taking action towards your goals. And it's like, what's going on? I'm doing all of this shit. It's not coming in. Like, what the fuck is happening? I feel that energy of frustration and annoyance and just getting pissed off because it's like, I'm doing everything right. Why am I not getting the result that I want? And the message coming through from the universe is that your desires are showing up. What you want is coming. Continue to be resilient as things shift in the physical reality. And then it's like, when everything shows up for you, it's just really going to pop off. It's really just going to be this powerful experience of next level growth and expansion, one thing after another. Okay, if you're into Bible verses, the Bible verse that comes to mind is Amos 9:13. So you might want to go and look into that. They're saying your manifestations are coming in. They are coming in quickly. The journey to your desires just looks different than everyone else's. In manifestation, you are not supposed to look at what's happening in the physical reality, and it's not because it's illegal or against the law to do so, but it's because you're working with infinite intelligence. And so your inner being knows the path of least resistance to get you towards your desires. Your inner being knows the shortcut. And so it's kind of like, when you're going to a new place and the map, the GPS might be telling you to take one route or to do one thing or to go a certain specific way. But if you're a local, then you actually know that you can cut through this restaurant, or you can cut through this back alleyway, or you can cut through this park, or you can do this and this and this. Or it's better to take this train because when you get off at this station, there's a really great bakery here and you can have a pastry on your way to the destination, on your way to where you're going. The message that's coming through is that your inner being is guiding you on the fastest route, the most scenic route, and the route of most enjoyment. So leaning on yourself and trusting yourself as you move through this journey to next level success is incredibly important. With Softly, Softly, the Tender Touch, it's talking about feminine energy. It's talking about manifesting, not from taking action and trying to force things to happen. It's talking about being in your feminine energy. That means leading with your energy, tapping into the energy of abundance, tapping into the energy of being recognized, tapping into the energy of being sought after, and allowing things to manifest from that energy, allowing the right opportunities and ideas and inspirations to come to you from that energy, instead of doing anything and everything and like throwing spaghetti at the wall, trying to make something happen. Your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors are saying there's a better way, there's an easier way, and you're kind of working yourself to exhaustion, forcing yourself to take action to get a physical result when there's an easier, more enjoyable path that's available to you. So really healing your feminine energy. We cannot be in our feminine energy when we still have abandonment wounds. Feminine energy is the energy of being taken care of. Feminine energy is the energy of trust. Feminine energy is the energy of receiving. If you have been abandoned, if money has not shown up for you, your parents did not show up for you, your father did not show up for you, your past relationship did not show up for you, your friends did not show up for you, whatever, if you have been abandoned in your life and you have been told directly or indirectly that the only person who cares about your best interest is you, then the way of feminine energy, being in your feminine energy, that's going to feel uncomfortable, that's going to feel unnatural, that's going to feel foreign, it's going to feel challenging, it's going to feel incredibly hard. Because me telling you, sit back, do nothing, and the universe is going to take care of you, it sounds really beautiful, but it's difficult to actually do that in reality when you have those abandonment wounds. When you sit back and you do nothing, your abandonment wounds are screaming, you're definitely not going to get what you want, you're definitely not going to be taken care of because you're doing absolutely nothing and nobody out there in the world gives a fuck about you. Nobody out there in the world wants to take care of you. Money doesn't want to take care of you. The world doesn't want to take care of you. So because you're not taking action, you won't be able to get the result that you desire. If those are the thoughts that's going on in your mind, you need to heal those abandonment wounds. You need to heal your relationship with being taken care of. You need to heal your relationship with humanity. You need to heal your relationship with money so that you feel safe and secure, resting, sitting back, relaxing, and trusting that the world is showing up for me. The world is taking care of me. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors are working on my behalf. The right people are being brought into my life. The right people are seeking me out. I am not doing life all by myself. I am not doing things alone. You do not need to be in that hyper independent energy anymore. Pile number 3. What you need to do is focus on and practice feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling taken care of, feeling shown up for, feeling fended for. That's being in your feminine energy, being loved, being adored, being taken care of, and it being safe, it being a sure thing. So you want to take out your journal and you want to journal, what if I knew that it was a sure thing that the world was going to take care of me? What if I knew that it was a sure thing that money was going to take care of me? If it was a sure thing that people were going to show up for me, if it was a sure thing that people were going to want what I have to offer, then I would feel safe and secure. If it was a sure thing that people were going to love my offers and my work was always going to be good enough, then I would feel confidence in myself, I would feel pride, and it would be significantly easier for me to complete tasks because I would be trusting myself to do a great job. I would trust the messages and insights and ideas that came through to me, and I would trust myself to execute them beautifully. I would be feeling confident, I would be living in ease, and I would be basking in the positive feedback of others as they told me how much they loved my work, as they told me how much they loved being in my energy, as they told me how much they loved experiencing my gifts, my talents, and my skills. You understand what I'm saying? You want to take out your journal, tap into that energy, and do that multiple times a day, or do that at least one time a day. Writing is always the best, but typing in your notes app is great. Doing a voice note is also fine, or even just talking out loud, tapping into that energy and taking yourself to that place in your mind is going to elevate you, and it's going to assist you in starting to tap into that feminine energy. Of course, healing those inner child abandonment wounds are going to powerfully help you and make that easier. Okay, you're not just going to talk your way into your feminine energy without handling those abandonment wounds. If you want more help handling those abandonment wounds, you want more assistance growing and expanding, I highly suggest booking a session, a coaching session with me, or buying a personal reading with me, or checking out some of my courses, my meditations, and all of that good stuff, which is already linked in the description box. So I always suggest that you click the links that stand out the most to you and purchase what feels good to you on a soul level. Thank you so much for being here. Drop some pink emojis for me in the comments section. Let me know that this was your pile. Let me know that you enjoyed it. Let me know that you're receiving it. And if you want to give me any feedback on what this brought up within you, I definitely would love it. And I'm sure the other members of our community would love to read your comments as well. Do not forget to like the video, to subscribe if you haven't, and share this with somebody else who probably needs to hear this message today. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you in the next video.